Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'll be continuing from question number 13. Now, up to question number 12, I have solved in the first part, the link to which is available in the description below. Now, let me continue from 13. So, there are five boxes A, B, C, D, E, and there are some information given like, okay, so it says B is equal to twice as heavy as A, C is E plus 20, D is 1.5 times E, and C is 4 times A, right? Also, we have very importantly E is 20, so directly the number is given. So if E is 20, we can write C is equal to 20 plus 20 because E is 20, so 20 C is 20 plus 20 40, and D is 1.5 into 20, which is 30. Okay, and in which case A would be, if C is 4A, A would be C by 4, right? So that is 40 by 4. So A is equal to 10. And we know B is equal to 2A. So 2 into 10, 20. Now the question is, which object is heaviest of all and what is the weight? A is 10, B is 20, C is 40, D is 30, and E is 20. So among the given objects, C is the heaviest. That's answer option 4, 40 kg. C is the heaviest, and the weight is 40 kg. Question number 14, a very simple image. So now the arrow that's given here is the question mark. The arrow that is given is the question mark, and that's the question, and we have to see where it is in which of the four objects. So this arrow given is the question, and we have to see in which of the four objects you see, in which of the four figures you see the arrow inside. Okay, so what constitutes an arrow? You have a vertical line and then you have a pointer. Okay, now option C and D, there are no vertical lines. Okay, right, and you need a pointer as well. Now here there is a vertical line, but there is no this pointer up arrow. Okay, that is not there, so answer option A is out. But in B, is it there? Yes, you have the pointer pointing upwards and there is a vertical line, so you have that arrow there. So answer is answer option 2. Answer option 2 for question number 14. Now to 15. So it's a seating arrangement question. There are 7 bikes of different companies, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and they're all facing east. Now what we can do is we can just first fix the direction. So I'll say this is north, south, west, and the east. So we can place all of them are facing this side. Okay, now so the first information, bike L is to the immediate right of R. Now bike L, so we have decided that they're all facing east like this side, right? So if they're facing east this side, now bike L is to the immediate right of R. So R is here, L is here. Okay, so L is to the right of R. So they're both of them are facing this side. So L is to the right of R. So they are together. You can fix that. Now we have considered the first information. Now let's look at the second information. Bike R is fourth to the right of N. So we'll write that bike R is fourth to the right of N. So let me have N. Okay, and then let me have a position like first right, second right, third right, and fourth right. So fourth to the right of R is N. I have considered the second statement also. Now the first statement is R and L are together, right? And L is to the right of R. So L is here. So we can fix L as well. Now what is the third statement? The third statement says O is between the bikes M and Q. So it can be like M O Q or Q O M. Okay, so they're also facing like east. right? So I've considered the third statement also, though I have not put it together. I've considered the third statement also. Now the last statement, bike n, which is third to the left of m, is at one end. Okay, so this n is at one end. Okay, so this is one end, n is at one end. Now and n is third to the left of m. Okay, now so this is, let's say this is n is, this is third left, this is second left, first left, and so here is m. So here is m. Now we have two orders, MOQ or QOM. So from uh, after considering the fourth statement, we know it is not MOQ, it is whereas QOM. So QO and M. Now what is missing is P. That should be at the other end, because it's very clearly given n is at one end. Okay, now let's look at the question. So this is the order, n, q, o, m, r, l, p. This is the order of the 7 bikes. Now the question is, which of the bikes are on the immediate sides of bike l? So l is here, l is between r and p. L is between r and p. Now that's answer option 2. So it's given as p and r. That's answer option 2 for question number 15. Now question number 16 is a logical order question. So we have the words like consultation, doctor, treatment, recovery, and infection. So we know that so when we get infected, we go to the doctor. So infection is the first word. Now option 1 and option 2 are ruled out because of that. So infection is the first word that should come. Then we go to a doctor. Okay, so that's answer option 3 we can mark immediately, because 4, what is the problem with 4, ed, it says recovery and infection. Now that's not correct. Okay, I mean, when you may get recovered, like even without going a doctor, that's different. Okay, but here among the given words here, okay, infected, you get you mean someone gets infected, so they may go to a doctor, consult, okay, undergo the treatment, and then finally recover. Okay, that should be the order. So answer is answer option 3 for this particular logical order sequence. Question number 17, it's easy to predict, because when you look at the numbers, it is very revealing. Okay, now what is 217? It is 6 cube plus 1. Now what is 513? It is 8 cube plus 1. And among the options given, option 1 is like 5 cube plus 1, and the other number is 7 cube plus 1, 343 plus 1, 125 plus 1. Okay, so the numbers are very revealing. Answer is answer option 1 for question number 17. Now question number 18, 4, it's a number based analogy. Okay, number based analogy. If 4 is to 16, 5 is to what? You can think of two relation, 4 square is 16, okay, or 4 into 4 is 16, right? Now let's look at the answer choice. Okay, now 5 into 5 is 5 into, I mean 5 square, 5 square is 25. Now 25 is not there in the option, so it should be like 5 into 4, 20. Okay, now that is there in the option. That's answer option 3. So answer is 20 for this question number 18. Now question number 19, based on mathematical operators, the question is which two signs should be interchanged to make the given equation correct. Okay, now you have a division here. Let's consider that first. Now please remember, you have integer as the output. Okay, now this 216 by 6 is exactly divisible. So what happens if you put this in some other place? Okay, that 6, if you exchange to some other place, now you will not get an integer output, because you think about putting 6, the division symbol in front, in place of plus, right? Now that will not be divisible. Or you think about putting the division symbol in place of multiplication. Okay, it doesn't help. Or even in place of minus. Okay, so that is fixed. Okay, so 216 divided by 6 is fixed. So this is so this part, the result is 36. Okay, so you have 380. Okay, so you have an operator here, and then 10 and 30. So these, and the final outcome is 50. Okay, and we have decided we are not going to do anything with the division symbol. Okay, so which means this option is ruled out. Now if you, what happens if you interchange plus and into? If you interchange plus and into, now it will be like 380 into 36. That is not correct. I mean, that doesn't help actually, right? So 380 into, so that does not help. So that multiplication, you may leave it like that. Now let's consider the next option, this plus and minus. Let's try to interchange. So we'll put a minus here. This multiplication will remain as it is, and this will be like plus. Let's see the results. Okay, so you have 380 according to BODMAS, that is bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. You will multiply this part first. So 36 into 10, that will be like 360 plus 30. So 380 minus 360 is 20. 20 plus 30 is 50. So answer is correct. I'm going by trial and error only, right? So but first I have decided that, like division, I'm not going to interchange because I will not get an integer outcome, right? So answer is answer option 3, plus and minus you will interchange to get answer 50. Now next is a very interesting question. So this type of question is not available. I mean, was not asked on the 30th October shift to paper that I've solved. Like I told, like in the first video also, like that I've solved that question. Okay, so here you have, like a sequence. Okay, a combination of, like alphabet and number sequence, and among these, two are bracketed. Okay, so 21 and n is bracketed. So you have to say whether both are correct or both are incorrect, or the first bracketed number is correct and the second is incorrect, or the first bracketed number is incorrect and the second is correct. So this you have to say. Now let me just, like take it and write it here separately. Okay, and let me try to label the uh, alphabets, because numbers anyhow we know. Let's try to label the alphabets. So what I have here is F is 6, D is 4. Okay, this 11 I'll okay, 11 also, 11 I'll write anyhow. I is 9, Z is 26, 17, O is 15, V is 22. So in bracket you have 21, and then you have X is 24, R is 18, 31, J is 10. Okay, N is 14, and then you have 41. Okay, now what I'll ask you to do is, I'll ask you to group them in triplets. Okay, you try to group them in triplets. See, like when we look at the consecutive numbers, when we look at consecutive numbers, when they don't form a sequence, what we do is we look at alternate numbers, right? That is, in what we do in alternate numbers, we consider two numbers at a time. Now instead of that, you consider three numbers at a time. Okay, now what happens when you consider three numbers at a time? You consider only the first numbers in every group. So you have 6, 9, and you have 15, 24. Okay, and then 10. Now the 10 is what, actually 36. Okay, 10 is actually like 36. I mean, in the sense, what I'm trying to say here is that you have 6 and 6, then 3. So add 6 and 9, you add 3. 9 and 15, you add 6. 15 plus 9, you get 24. Okay, so next is, the difference should be 12. Now what is 24 plus 12? 36. Okay, Now when you are going for like the alphabetical sequence, you have only 26 alphabets. So what will happen after that? It will again start from after 26 alphabet. 27th alphabet will be A, 28th will be B, and so on. So if you go that in that order, 36th alphabet would be the 10th alphabet, which is J. Now that is what we have here, J, right? So that's the sequence there. Now you have got like the logic for the first letters in every group. Now let's just try the second letter in every group. Now what is the second letter in every group? You have 4, 26, 22, 18, and 14. Okay, so you are coming in the reverse order, that is D. You have D. Okay, you go back, you go 4 places back. Z, go 4 places back. Okay, you have V, you go 4 places back. You have R. Okay, you go 4 places back. N. Okay, so that is, so which means N is correct. Okay, so the second bracketed letter is correct. So I'll again show the options. So the second bracketed letter is correct. So N is correct. We'll keep that. Now what is the third one in each group? The third one in each group is 11, 17, 21, 31, and 41. See, immediately you can realize all these are prime numbers. 11, 17, 31, 41 are all prime numbers except 21. Okay, we are supposed to get 23 here, right? We are supposed to get 23 here. Actually, I'll tell you, it is not consecutive prime numbers. It is the second prime number. Okay, after 11, 13 is the next prime number. After 13, it is 17. So you are considered only 17. And after 17, 19 is the next prime number, but we are not considering 19. Next prime number is 23. Now after 23, 29 is the next prime number. We are not considering that. We are considering 31. After 31, 37 is the next prime number. We are not considering that. We are considering 41. But we don't have to go to that extent. But we can be sure that n is correct. Okay, that is the bracketed letter is correct, but whereas the bracketed number is not correct. So 21 is not correct. Now let's go back to the options. So option is option 4, which says the first bracketed number is correct, whereas the first bracketed number is incorrect. The first bracketed number is incorrect. This is number is incorrect. That is 21 is 21 is incorrect, whereas n is correct. That's the answer for question number 20. Now 22. So 22, I'll straight away go for the answer. So what you have is a alphabet sequence, and as you can see, uh, turbulence. Okay, so turbulence, it is a 10-lettered word. Okay, turbulence is a 10-lettered word. After that, it becomes 8-lettered word. Okay, which means you are losing 2, right? So here actually what is happening is this T and E are lost. Okay, and whatever is in the middle except the end letters, whatever is in the middle, it is retained as it is. RBULEN, it is retained as it is. Okay, now what is the letter for U is U is 21. Okay, U is 21. And what is R is, I'm sorry, what is X? X is 24. Okay, and what is C? C is 3. Okay, and what is Z? 26. Okay, now if from C, if you subtract 3, that is if you go in the reverse, C, B, A, then you have Z, and 21 plus 3 is 24. Okay, that's the relation, right? So if you go that way, what will happen? Next, you will eliminate X and Z. Okay, and you will retain B, U, L, E, you will retain, and R plus 3. R plus 3 would be S, T, and U. So that will be like U and N minus 3. N minus 3 would be N minus 3 M L K. Okay, so U B U L E K. That's answer option 1 for this question. Question number 21. Answer option 1. Now, question number 22. So, letter cluster and analogy. So, let's just write the numbers here. B is 2, O is 15, A is 1, R is 18, D is 4, and X is 24, Q is 17, W is 23, T is 20, and Z is 26. Okay, so we have 24, 17. Okay, and so what is the relationship that you are getting? Now 2 becomes 24. That is go reverse minus 4. Okay, B, A, Z, Y, and then X minus 4. Then you go 15 and 17. 15 and 17. What is the relation? 15 and 17 is plus 2. Okay, and then you have A and 24. That is minus 4. Okay, A and 24 is like minus 4. I mean 23. A and 23. W is 23. That's minus 4. Then you have 18 and 20. R and T. That's plus 2. Okay. Then you have D and Z. That's minus 4. So in which case, if you take mold, okay, mold is 13, 15, 21, 12, and 4. Okay. So 13 minus 4 would be I. 13 minus 4 would be I. Now 15 plus 2 would be Q. Now 21 minus 4, 17 would be Q. And 12 plus 2, 14 would be N. And 4 minus 4, that will be like 0, that means it's actually 26th letter, that will be Z. So I double Q N Z. That's answer option 4 for question number 22. Now question number 23, it's a direction based question. So it says 9 is 21 meter in north of Pavan. So 9 is 21 meters in north of Pavan. First we'll draw the guideline. So north, south, east, and the west. Okay. So 9 is 21 meters north of Pavan, and Vikas is 28 meters east of Pavan. Okay, so Vikas, let's say Vikas is 28 meters east of Pavan. Pavan is to the north of Saket. Okay, Pavan is to the north of Saket, uh, and it's given that Ramadin is to the west of Pavan 19, and no, okay, so Ramadin is somewhere here, and 19-meter north of Ajay. Okay, so Ajay is here, and 19-meter north you have Ramadin, and Ajay is 16-meter to the west of Saket. Okay, so Ajay is 16-meter to the west of Saket. Okay, if Saket and Ajay distance is 16, then Pavan and Ramadin the distance is 16. Okay, and it is also given that Pavan, Ramdin is to the west of Pavan and 19 meter to the north of Ajay. So between Ramdin and Ajay, it's 19 meters. So in which case between Pavan and Saket also it is 19 meters. Now the question is, what is the distance between 9 and Saket? If you look at 9 and Saket, they are almost in the straight line. Okay, I mean they are in the straight line. So between 9 and Saket, what is the distance? That's the question. So between 9 and Pavan it is 21, and between Pavan and Saket it is 19. So 21 plus 19, it is 40 meters. That's answer option 3 for question number 23. Now question number 24. Shardul walked 32 meters towards south to reach the internet. Again, we'll have the same direction like north, south, east, and west. So Shardul walked 32 meters towards the south. So let's say this is the starting point. Walks 32 meters south to reach the internet center, and then took a left turn. Okay, so left would be in this direction, and walked 55 meters to reach a bus station. Okay, 55 meters to reach a bus station. After that, he took a left turn and walked 32 meters. So again, he walked this way 32 meters. Finally, to be returned to his right. Okay, so he turned right 18 meters and stopped. Okay, now in how far in and in which direction is Sardul from the starting point? Now this is the starting point. Okay, and if this is like this is 55 and this is 18, so 55 plus 18, he's totally 73 meters away, and he's towards the east direction, 73 meters east. That's answer option 4 for question number 24. Now question number 25, uh, analogy, meaning based analogy. Okay, so Austria, I'm sorry, so Austria. Okay, the currency, the question is about the currency. Euro is the currency for Thailand. It's answer option 3. That's the answer for question number 25. Now the second video I will pause here. I'll stop here. Now you can, I mean, I'll continue to do from question number 26 in the third video, and I hope the methods were the methods I used here was useful to you. For more videos on job alerts and aptitude and reasoning, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel Learning About. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day. Thank you.